not empty for my unborn child.
Just realized I didn't print this poem, so I have to look on my phone. Sorry, it'll be a second. Meanwhile, do you want to...
So, Rob, how did you become a singer?
I don't know, I can't remember. I just like Bob Dylan and Simon & Garfunkel.
What was the first album you bought?
CD or tape?
Vinyl?
That's how old I am. I can remember cassettes.
Vinyl?
Oh, no. REM, Losing My Religion. But for Christmas, I got the Scorpions. That was awesome.
Cool.
I love
East
Winds of
German
Change.
reference there.
I love Winds of Change, honestly. 9 years old.
And what brought you to Germany?
I love Germany because you can drink in public. No, really, seriously. I do really like it for cultural reasons. It seems like in Canada, they don't care about art the way they do here. To be honest, I can't explain it. Just there's this... I don't know, apathy or something, artistic apathy. They give money to all the idiotic artists that can, have the installations, and they mock the public, and it feels like here they actually care about art on all levels. So it doesn't seem to be something where it's elitism, it just seems like there's every art for everybody. So, and it's nice to see, so it's part of it.
So did you know Leipzig had an arts connection before you moved here?
I knew about the link to Bach, Wagner, Mendelssohn, Schumann, so I came here for that reason first.
Not Die Prinzen.
Sorry.
And what was the first time that you performed? Where did you perform and what did you do?
So the shout out to Ponatowski, the open mic. Every other month we have an open mic, so please join us. So if you have any artistic spirits in you, maybe you know someone who sings or you sing, please come out. It's coming up, I believe, on July, the last Friday of July. Is that correct, Stu? Please.
Sorry, was distracted. Technical issues.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the last Friday of the month, every 2 months. So the next one's in July. The hosting's in English, but you can do it in any language. So far we've had Russian, Czech, Polish, German, French, African language, dodgy Englishes. You get a free beer if you perform, so that's an incentive.
Yeah.
The vodka there is really, really good.
Polish beer too.
And the food is really, really good.
Yes.
So open mic every 2 months. Check it out at Poniatowski, Kreuzstraße 56, or Poniat as we like to call it.
Yeah. Excellent food, honestly. Inspired me to learn Polish.
Okay, we have some technical issues here. So, this wasn't quite planned like this, so I'm going to try and slam it like this. Here is a piece of priceless hope. It's a bit bruised, it's a bit battered, it's a bit buckled, it's lost its gloss. Collecting fluff at the back of the sofa cushions, collecting dust at the back of the bookshelf with the dog-eared books. Here is a piece of priceless hope. If you look right over there, in that deep, dark corner, you can just about make out fear and despair, arguing and squabbling about who gets to come out first. Leave them to it. A piece of priceless hope. It's a bit threadbare, it's a bit worn down. A piece of priceless hope. It's been neglected, and it's been without enough care. Take your sleeve, wipe those fogged, misty, murky windows and peer through. Just on the horizon, you can see a young couple on a picnic rug, basking in their first love. They are the future. Here is a piece of priceless hope. It's yours. Take care of it and pass it on. Here is a piece of priceless hope. Take care of it and pass it on. Here is a piece of priceless hope. Use it. Don't abuse it. Don't neglect it. Take care of it. And make sure you pass it on.
Thank you.
Okay. So they talked, so you knew a little bit more about them, right? But I didn't. I'm mainly visual artist, so I mainly do video and performance and objects and installations. And I write when I have to write, right? So when I feel like, that's why the other one was like, ah. So I write when I have to write. Every other week, exactly. Yeah. So you got it. You got it. And this piece is a slam with a piece from Christian and a piece from me. So I take with me the percussive rhythms of the water on the top of whatever that is in the shower.
Rushing from the bathhouse to write these words.
Miles Davis on a motorcycle.
Dimpled drops, curious scene in the street.
Slow dancing, middle school style.
My hours with you.
Public Karma Sutra.
Words are almost lips.
Friendly frogs.
To put them down as if they could ever rest.
Electric cat shark.
How like children, put to bed, they keep getting up.
Warm and friendly people.
Small hands on the latch.
Trash treasures.
Small feet on stairs.
Intelligent conversation.
And down these steps.
Mini marshmallows.
A light breeze, or was it you?
60s metallic pink genie shoes.
Lips for my drying hand.
Caesar's stories.
To push aside these dampened pages.
Jenny's absence of hate.
Useless, forever useless.
Empire State in pink and blue.
For a pen cannot teach us anything about forgetting.
M&M's in every flavor.
Forgetting.
Picasso, Carlo, Duchamp, Rothko, Andre, Van der Rohe, Wright, tears of joy.
The way olives know nothing of sweetness.
I leave glitter everywhere.
The way olives know nothing of sweetness. Okay, I'm going to play another song, and seeing all that beer out there reminds me how I wrote the song. So, 3 in the morning with a beer. So that's how it works. And slightly autobiographical, but also slightly based on a story about my brother. He liked this girl. They went out to BC together. I lived in British Columbia at the time. They went to Tofino, and I thought about him on this beach with this girl, and she said, no, I just want to be friends, and you know that scenario, right? So slightly dedicated to him. So it's called Angel Unaware. Shattered sundrops on the beach. The river runs toward the ocean's reach, and this is where I hold you last. I can't take you on tonight. The same broken story, oh, forever told. Love unrequited, God, oh, heart long sold. It's a copper dream already cast into the pool of ocean lights. I can't take you on tonight. and stare at the sunset. Oh, tear the sky down, throw rocks in the ocean, Lord. Oh, let them all drown. And under the waves like comets falling fast, under the unicorn waves burning bright, I can't take you on tonight. Ain't I never letting it be? Stand as if you never knew me. Your golden legs and long blonde hair, you're an angel unaware. The same broken story, oh, the sinking dream. How possible I know how, and true love seems to be there waiting as if we had a chance to set our hearts upright. I can't take you home tonight. And I'm never letting it be. Stand as if you never knew me. Your golden legs and long blonde hair, you're an angel unaware. An angel unaware on my mind. Angel on my heart tonight. Woo! Thank you. Muchas gracias. Dankeschön.
So I mentioned I was a video and performance artist, huh? I do a lot of experimental work, especially with video. Like I will load 30 YouTube videos that have some relevance to what I'm thinking that day, and then I just let them go, and they go whenever they want to go, huh? So then I'm in control, but I'm not in control, just like everyday life. So I'm gonna do the same kind of thing for you, but with a poem. So I brought some stuff. The Life List. This is the latest book I read, or I bought, and I read like the first page, and since then I haven't read anything. It kind of put me off reading. This is Jill Scott. She's my big love. She's, if you don't know her, she's a singer, but she's also a poet. She's real. This is Death of a Mother, Daughter's Stories. I bought it because my mother died, and I thought I would read the other stories, but I haven't done it yet. Here's Marijuana, Grow Basics. I thought maybe you would like that. Alice Munro, she writes short stories. She's Canadian, in honor of our KUK.
I don't care for Alice Munro, sorry.
He doesn't like her, but I like hers. The Secret. This is important. This tells you how to be successful. Exactly, ha ha ha. This is Dry. He's one of my favorite authors, Augustin Burroughs. He is so dark and wonderful and very gay and camp, so I love him. Bukowski. Actually, one of my students turned me on to Bukowski. And last but not least, because we are in Deutschland, Faust. Which I also bought thinking I would read it, but I haven't read it yet. So, are you ready? Here goes. So you know this only happens once ever because it's random. You will see the only version. Okay? Cannot be repeated. Brander to Siebel, and yours I hold here in my hand. I got through the term, but the boils got worse and worse. They were as large as walnuts and covered my face. When I hand her my report card, all A's, she would say, you know, it might not seem like much, but with a little extra effort, that extra 10%, that could mean the difference between Princeton and Bennington. Let go of all those limiting thoughts. Food cannot cause you to put on weight unless you think it can. We were working to help a woman who's very sick, I told her. I don't know what you call working, but you're not helping anybody. Now I'm asking you to clear out of here. Marijuana does not like dry or soggy soil. Soil kept too wet drowns the roots, squeezing out oxygen necessary for nutrient absorption. While I was writing this piece, I spoke with my older sister about her mother's illness. I was taken aback to find that she understood her to have not cervical, but stomach cancer. Oh my God, that's so real. Okay. Can't make no Kool-Aid from fooling with that fool. Want to get my stuff back, but nigga can't be found. Niggas ain't got no schedule, so you never know when a nigga gonna be round. She sets her knife on the cutting board and scowls at me. Why would someone like you choose to spend your holiday at homeless shelter? Don't you have kin at home? I like it here, I say honestly. And I adore Sequita. Besides, my family is out of town, and I'm alone.
This is the first time that me and Chris have duetted. Me and Michelle have duetted before. So this is the first time. We're not going to sing because my singing voice is pretty terrible.
Yeah.
And he knows that. This is a dedication to my mother. I wrote this in my uni years, which was about 15 years ago. And for the second time, she's got cancer. She was diagnosed a couple of days ago. So this is dedicated to her. In English, the worst word is not cunt. The worst word is cancer for me. It's called Searching for an In-Between. We are the transparent, the opaque.
When I went skating as a boy,
Preening each other like blue-ass baboons, the wind blowing through us like straw dolls.
there was a little girl who played below the ice.
At one time stone, at one time glass.
Dressed in white, she swam swan-like under my skates.
Shattered like snowflakes on the solid oak wood that warps with the lard and water, bending to splinter.
Was she laughing, never scared?
The page dries the ink, the words impregnate and permeate.
So many long afternoons between us.
Blood-soaked hands wash so easily.
Today, after I visit my mother, knowing like my wife, she too will pass.
We are murderers. We are also our own saviors.
Skates over shoulder to the lake, never forgetting.
Licking the wounds like dogs slathering for salt.
First passion.
The fur coat breaking out into feathers and wings.
Swan girl appears. Eyes are mirrors, never aging.
Sometimes flying, sometimes faltering.
when the blood appears on my knuckles.
Battered into shape like buckled wheels that write safe and new, like a freshly deflowered virgin.
She swims away.
We are the impervious. We are the defaced.
Not even a crack into her kingdom.
Once upon a time of petals, during this time of thorns.
Not even a crack into her kingdom.
Okay, for a different mood changer. This one was also wrote back in my uni years, like 15 years ago. This is the point you're supposed to say I don't really look as old as I look. It's called Bed and. Bed and. In someone else's I awoke. Late one evening, memory door remained locked, no key. White becomes blue room. Clear firmament, had slept by sunset sky, filtering through the curtains ajar, awakened by purple moon, rising, clouds drifted. Memory was an inflating balloon, fog light, yellow ray, dancing on my pin iris. My hands were stained ochre, my stomach an acidic pit. I raised my heavy hand from a grey pillow and left a damp imprint. Neurosis as a ringing glass rim echo, my eyes wide awake, my mind surprise. I saw breathing sheets undulating like a gentle sea. I found spirit dregs in the back of my mouth. My company incompatible with my memory. The nausea, a wailing baby. The wake-up call. I lied that night. I had vapor lust. Now I lay beside a woman, implosive guilt within me, unraveled and discarded like a droplet by her bluebell face.
I'm going to play one last piece. So I can't remember where I wrote this one, honestly, so I have no backstory that's going to make it interesting, so just something I wrote and I can't remember where. It's called Carolyn. And it's not about anyone I know, just I wrote it. So. Carolyn, please let me in. I'm outside waiting, I'm dangling by a thread, my tender muse. Come on, baby, please choose between the empty night and my open, sad arms. Carolyn, there's a place that stands between our weary lips and our weary hands. Snowflakes falling over my eyes. The night is cold and I can see my sighs, and the light that you have left on for me inside. Carolyn, you're smiling like a sunrise, sleeping in. The door's open and I can't believe barefoot she walks on this winter's eve and brings out for me a blanket to keep me so. Carolyn, we rest by an open fire. I close my eyes, I'm so tired. Is this my pain or is it yours? It's my dream, of that I'm sure. And this house of yours stands empty, and I'm sleeping on my own. Carolyn, you're not sitting here. Carolyn, and all my fading fear. Carolyn, the fire isn't burning, and all this yearning is fading. Thank you.
Hi. How's it going so far? It's okay? Yes? So, if you didn't hear before, we're Inky Ensemble. We're part of a bigger group, and we're also like a baby company from Leipzig Writers, which is a nonprofit organization. Leipzig Writers has 2 regular events, one every other month. So there's an open mic at Poniatowski's, which I can't say well. Poniatowski. So open mic is open to everyone. We don't care what language, English, Russian, French is really nice. We like that.
And we also
Turkish, Arabic. We don't care. You come and perform, singing, speaking, playing. It doesn't matter. And sofa stories.
Yeah. And we also write for the Leipzig Local. So
yes, we write.
Yes. So Anna, we write for you.
Yes.
Leipzig Local.
And you never know, you might be sat next to a Leipzig Writers member. So mingle a little bit.
So the other thing that we have every other month is Sofa Stories, and that's an uptown cafe, and that's a little bit more intimate, and that's usually 1, 2, maybe 3 people, but that's planned. So it's not open mic, it's not you come up, but they perform for you. And then of course we have lots of readings for
Bookmesse, Literarischer Herbst.
Yeah, we're always doing something. So what's our website?
Our website's Leipzig-writers.de. Find us there or like us on Facebook. We have a Facebook group and of course a Facebook page.
Okay, so we have one more mashup for you. Tonight's the first time today is the first time we've done mashups. We did it special for you guys, so.
Yeah.
But we kind of like it. It's kind of cool, no? So we're gonna mash it up one last time.
And in my bed, time as a sword needs no stone.
We stand on the shore.
I did it. I opened the bedroom door.
Ever sharpened, it empties us out.
Waiting for the tide to cry, for the passing of time.
I feel the empty space I was saving for you in the wardrobe.
The blanket of her scent.
For water to wash over the grime collecting in the cracks of our shattered selves.
The bed is now leaning against the wall.
Like a slow scimitar against the flesh.
A return to health and what is known.
I have to figure out which coupon I have to cash to get them to come and take it away.
Blood to sand, but where does perfume wander?
It is shown in the falling light of the sunset.
I went in there to find my passport.
To the next one, to her neck.
What is yet and still not been, or what we forgot by the pull of the moon.
It's time I went somewhere else.
There to ride the smile of.
Coming up too soon when drowning because we swim against the breaking waves.
It's time to explore, to learn, to share, to experience.
he who kisses her skin and the jaw lines.
Wish to raise like the sun rising, only to fall from wisdom melting like wax dripping from fragile wings.
To empty those bags and fill them up with the new.
Ruthless shadow.
We return to lie on the shore, breathless and more.
Maybe then I can stay in the room rather than pass through.
So thanks to Chris on his guitar for his singing voice. Thanks to Michelle for her experimental poetry, her duets. And come see us again, talk to us, have a beer at the workshop or at the open mic on the last Friday of July.
And thanks to Sue.